FEB, Thursday. Just going to quickly take read again. Draw liquidity, where the target is. Should have been magnet instead. But yeah, target's here. So if we take a look here, you see that price is pushing all the way up with this leg, and you think you've missed the opportunity. One, if you miss the opportunity, then yeah, don't get in. But two, you see this pullback here, where this red line is, sell side's been taken. As soon as sell side got taken, quick shift in market structure here with that high. What price does is, I drew this fair value gap here. This is the FEB. I just want to see if it respected it, the support. What price did it? Pushed up, created a fair value gap here. It tapped into that, and it also tapped into this bullish order block. Look where the body's close. The body's close above, or literally on it. So if we look at the look up here, and we look at the open price for it. The open is 6059, and we look at the close of this one, it's 6059. So it literally closed on top. And then we look at the open of this one, the low, sorry, and I guess the open is the same, 6059. The open, yeah, and the low. So that's algorithmic. So that could have been an entry. So enter on the order block or on this fair value gap. Stops could be just below the low, or you could put it below here, whatever you want. Because if price pushes down here, then you're wrong. So first target, you'd want to take a little bit off here, because this is buy side liquidity. And then second target, could potentially take some off there if you want to. Let's put this back on. So it's left relatively equal highs here, but running it all the way there is a 4.8 at the minute. So if you're happy with 3 to 1, then simply just get out. If not, then move your stops to break even, because you always want to pay the trader. Take some profit here, move stops. I'd say you can move stops inwards to this fair value up here, because you don't really want to get that to get touched. So it wants to show speed. But yeah, now this could just be manipulation. Let's just watch price, what is happening now. So let's just draw this out here. I just want to see how the price reacts to this. Let's have a look. So there's it's at 12:35 at the minute. There's news at 1:30. GDP US dollar news. Draw liquidity could potentially be here, but it could leave this for the news later on. Let's just see how this plays out. So market structure shift here. So let's see what happens there. We take a look at the DXY as well. The dollar. Buy side liquidity gets purged here. Nicely. Full pullback lower. Where does it pull into? There's an order block here. We'll get it from there. That's into the order block here. Is it going to pull back up higher, potentially? Or breaks lower, shows resistance? We shall see. But not trade entry just yet. But yeah, let's just see. Could want to take out some buy side. just see. We see here, sell side got purged there, so it's seeking dual liquidity buy side there, and then potentially dual liquidity here as well. So just be patient, see what it does. If he wants to take this out, I want to see like a big push up to definitely take out buy stops. So I want to see an aggressive run higher. See how this reacts as well. Do it like this. Fair value gap here. Very thin. Just take reading in a minute. Take a look at GU. I don't trade GU, but I just want to see if it does any S&T diversions or anything like that. So in a minute, it's made a higher low here. And same with Euro, higher low. So there's no S&T diversions in a minute. So it's all like going steady, connecting. But the other day, yesterday it was, I think it could have been here or something like that, but GU made a higher low when EU made a lower low, so that's S&T divergence. So that's why EU went higher, and it didn't take out the low. This could potentially break up, wick into this, show support, and then take out this here, if it wants to do that. And if it takes this out, next target is here. Here's and that's just taking a little bit of buy side liquidity here, so it could head lower now. Just taking buy stops here. Could take people out who's moved their stops from buying from here, and they've moved their stops early to here. Could want to take these out to take the people who put their stops early. Pushes into discount as well. Equilibrium here. Could just be waiting for the news, so. Have a look at this candle here. Find the consequent encouragement. Respected it to the T there. 153. The high on that candle is 153. So that's sort of like a gap, showed resistance here. So the price starts trading above this consequent encouragement, then, or it starts closing above this, then we could see acceleration into this short liquidity. Wicks do the damage, but bodies tell the story. So there's no body closing nowhere near that consequent encouragement just yet. This is all shout out to RCT, by the way. Still no body closed over the consequent encouragement. Down here also, where price takes sell side, this is a bullish breaker here. Or it pushes up higher. It's a bullish breaker, price taps onto the bullish breaker and order block and fair value gap to push higher. This fair value gap here, lower, push above, could potentially show support. Let's see. Let me show you. This is the GDP for US dollar 130. So that's at 8:30 in the morning, 1:30 PM UK time. Let's see what the dollar's looking like. Dollar's rejecting this fair value gap here, but still hovering over the order block. 15 minutes. You just want to wait for what the market wants to show you its hand. So either starts pushing up showing support, or if it breaks lower to show resistance, that's what it shows. Helps you show its hand. Sell side liquidity down here. Comes back into new daily opening gap. This was yesterday's weekly opening gap. Consequent encouragement of this major wick, or this SIBI. Where is it? It's on the 15. SIBI here, the 15 minutes. So where price rejected, pushed above, shows support, took out, buy side liquidity. Could potentially want to get drawn into there now. Look at GU. Failed to make a high here. What's EU saying? EU's made a lower low. Taking out stops here. For people who have moved their stops too early. Could potentially run up now. Look how the bodies don't close above this consequent encouragement of this wick. show that it's a little bit bearish. Breaks lower, shows resistance, could head to the downside to this sell side here. Fair value gap here. If he wants to take out this, it should just shoot through here. With momentum, really. Fair value gap now. Let's look at the consequent encouragement of it and see what it does there. So if the body's closed above this, then it shows that it's not a strong push. But if the body's closed nowhere near it, then it shows that it's going to be bearish, like more bearish, and it could be a bigger push potentially. So the sell side here has been taken. Pushes up, order block. Could send this lower. Take out more sell side here again. And potentially fill this fair value gap here. Let's see. Give it about 9 more minutes, then I'll end it. Just put it on YouTube, just for my personal gain, just so I can rewatch it again and don't have to keep the storage on. 30 seconds left. See if it makes a high here. If it wants to have a market structure shift and leave a fair value gap, then go ahead towards this. Yeah. So good GU. GU hasn't made a lower low past that low, but it hasn't made a higher. So it hasn't made a higher low. So it has actually. So it could be S&T divergence. Let's have a look. It's harder to see with only one screen. So yeah, let's go on here. So EU made a lower low, whilst GU made a higher low. So that's S&T divergence. So potentially could be an indicator for EU to want to trade higher. So let's see. So what it's done here, took out sell side, tapped into this fair value gap, pushed up higher, is now took out this high. Hasn't left any fair value gap, so there's nothing here to trade on. Just delete a couple of things. This could potentially be a fair value gap here. If it wants to fall through, it might not, it might just push up now. But it's had a market structure shift. The fair value gap here. The price tapped into nicely. Then shoot up higher. However, there was no market structure shift, so there's no entry for me. Entry could have been there potentially if it came back down lower, but don't see it coming lower anymore. Looking towards to get gravitate towards here. Take that now. I want to see it a bit more push. Don't want to just touch it. I want to see it jagged edges. I want to see it push a bit higher. Maybe to this, to there. But I don't want to see it like that. I want to see it push higher. But yeah, so what happened here? So price couldn't break this, couldn't get above this consequent encouragement, fell lower, took out sell side, pushed above, pushed lower, broke market structure shift, and then shot up. And on the GU, it failed to make a lower low. So there's S&T divergence. It made a higher low. So it was more of a confirmation for EU to push up higher. It could leave this like this now and want to take out sell side again. Let's go into the consequent encouragement of this. Don't want to see price getting below here really. If it does, then it could end up taking out this low. But if it just wants to tap back into this fair value gap here a little bit, I wouldn't mind that. To then push up. If it does, it could tap into this order block here, but if I was long here, I would have probably taken out some there and then waited a little bit longer for it to push up a little bit and then take it. But here we go. It's finally purged it there. There you go. Taken out. If I was long from here. There we go. Let's have a look at GU. Buy side has been taken there. Nice. FEB. I want to push up, so show support, then take out this. But yeah, that's how I do take reading. There's one here, resistance, broke lower, sell side here. Full target sell side's down here, which then push EU higher, probably potentially to this buy side. But again, there's this news coming on, so it could easily be manipulated to the downside. But yeah, that's how I take read.